Good morning, 7th graders. Today we are working from page 112. That is chapter 2.2, percents and estimation. So sometimes an exact answer is not needed when using percents. One way we can estimate the percent of a number is to use a fraction. So another method for estimating the percent of a number is to first find 10% of the number and then multiply. Okay, so another way that we could do it, we say, okay, 70% equals 7 times 10% of a number, and it's a little bit easier to find it that way. So let's look at example 1 here. Jody has paid 62% of the $500 she owes for her loan. Estimate 62% of 500. So we're not going to find 62% of 500, we're going to find about what that is. So how that process works, 62 would round down to 60. So we're going to find 60% of 500. Okay, so 60%, we can say that 60% is 3/5 as a fraction. And if we multiply that by 500, because of means multiply, 3/5 is the same as 300 over 500. Our zeros cancel out. So 62% of 500 is about 300. If I actually solve that, 62% of 500 would be 310. So very close, but we're not looking for something exact. We're just looking for an estimate today. So something pretty close to what 62% is. So let's look at another example here. Marita and her 4 friends ordered a pizza that cost $14.72. She is responsible for 20% of the bill. About how much money will she need to pay? So here's the other way that they mentioned. We're going to first find, we're going to round. So we have 20% of the bill and the cost is $14.72. So we can say that we're going to find probably 20% of about 15 because that's very close to $15. So we're going to first find 10%. We're starting with 10 because that's an easier number to multiply with. So 10% of 15. Well, 10% of 15, 10% as a decimal would be 0.1 times 15, that'd be $1.50. And another little secret way to do this is finding 0.1 is we're just gonna move the decimal over 1 since we're multiplying by a power of 10, but that's a whole nother conversation. So 10% of $15 is $1.50. So we're gonna take that and multiply that by 2 because 2 times 10% would be 20%. So $1.50 times 2 is $3. So Marita should pay about $3. So go ahead and skip B and let's try example A on your own. So estimate 42% of 120. So if I were you, I would find 40% of 120, and that's your estimate. So 2 ways that you could do it. You could make this into a fraction and multiply, or you could make it into a decimal, so 10%, and then of 120, and then multiply by 4. Either way, up to you. When you are done, please raise your hand. You can check your work, and I will give you some extra problems to do. All right, good luck, 7th graders.